All right. Hey, guys. Our Thursday night call. So, first week in December, we had an awesome November, and we're looking to have an awesome December too. We have a new program that we can promote, that we can share with everybody, and as little incentive for that program. I mean, first of all, it's called the Masters Hammer and Chisel, and it's a 60-day program. And it is 21-day fixes, autumn Calibres, and Body Beast, Saggy, what is it, Kalev, and they group together to put a like a muscle building, power and strength program while you lose weight, tone, and get the defined muscles that a lot of people are going for. So that was put together, brand new concept, brand new program. There's 14 workouts in the program, and it's on sale, I think $80 off right now for $186 for the challenge pack. And the added bonus to that, to kind of be in the holiday spirit, is that the Beachbody CEO, Carl Deichler, decided that he would donate $5 to for every purchase that is made. So it's not just challenge packs, it's any combination of the program. So just the kit itself, the challenge pack with Shakeology, or the challenge pack with the performance line. So our customers also have two options when they're buying a challenge pack. If they're not into Shakeology, they can go ahead and get the performance line, which is a pre-workout drink and the recovery drink. And the recovery drink is awesome. So we have all of these different options. And if people want to donate, if they're just good-hearted folks, then there's that added bonus too. So the fundraising goes to Upward Bound House, and they place families in homes for a year. So those people will have shelter, they will have utilities, they will have a much better life than living in a shelter or being homeless. So that's the challenge pack news. The Success Club news, and I always say it every time, everybody wants to reach Success Club, because then you know that you're on the path to building a successful business. And the grand prize for Success Club this month is a bobblehead. So you get a funky little bobblehead, a Saggy Kalev bobblehead, which is hilarious because I find that guy hilarious. I don't know if you guys have done any of the Body Beast workouts, but it's funny. So I think a Saggy bobblehead would be amusing to have beside your TV or your computer when you're working out. The beast has spoken and he's bobbling at you. But anyway, so that's the prize for Success Club, which is kind of a cute prize. They've been doing a lot of business building and personal development ones. So this one's kind of fun, a nice little change from the really deep stuff that they've been handing out the last couple of months. And I'm going to try to speed up but speak clearly, as we have quite a few Emerald announcements for me to make before we get into our challenge group call with Jasta. So in the last couple of weeks, I actually missed last week, probably because I was all frazzled about our call, but so we have 6 Emerald announcements on our lovely team to announce. We have Amy in Ilatello. I hope I got that right. So we have Amy, we have Trevor. I don't know if you guys have heard of that guy. This guy, Trevor Coutren, he went Emerald in his 3rd business center. So there are 3 Trevors on our team, and this one went Emerald in his 3rd business center. And I think it was within a week of opening that business center, wasn't it, Mr. Trevor? Was it? Yes, it was. And Julianne Foisy also went Emerald, and she was rocking it with Success Club points too. Holy Hannah. So Julianne, way to go. Dan Rocheleau, and Dan's not on the call, but good job, Dan. Amanda Hinsta, also went Emerald. Amanda, way to rock it. And Mella Williams. Mella went Emerald too. So that's a lot of Emerald announcements for our team in a month that's supposed to be a slow month. I mean, we're kicking butt. So we also have Stephanie Kamuntu, who went Diamond. So she's one of our new leaders. She's taken it by the horn and went Diamond last month in a slow month. So our team is kicking butt, and it's awesome to see, and it's so great to be a part of. And I need you guys over the holidays. I have family here from Ontario, and there's going to be cookies, and there's going to be Xander's first birthday party, and oh my God, accountability required over here. So don't be shy. Message each other, be there for each other over the holidays. And you know, sometimes it's hard when people are saying they can't make their purchases, that they can't purchase a program, or that, you know, somebody actually on my team canceled their Shakeology for the month because they needed money for Christmas presents. And you know, so there's different things that happen over the holidays that can kind of get us down, kind of, you know, throw us off track. But let's be there for each other then, to support each other through it and get to that Success Club mark and get the Master Hammer and Chisel programs off the shelves so that we can get families into homes. Good idea? I like it. Anyway, guys, I'm going to hand it over to Jasta. So today we're going to be talking about challenge groups and how to run a successful one and what to do when you reach any kind of hiccups. And we're also going to switch things up from how we've formatted it before, and we're going to totally open up the floor for questions and answers. So if you have anything going on in your challenge groups now, if you have anything that you're hoping to plan for a challenge group in the future, throw those questions out so everyone can hear it, and we'll get them answered right away. So you won't have to wait for an answer up on a message board online. So I will hand it over here, unmute Jasta, and then take notes. Take notes. Oh, there you are, Tech 2.5 Tech.
There's me. Hi, guys. Thanks, Leslie. Welcome, everyone. Thanks so much for coming out. I know that 6 o'clock on a Thursday is kind of a hard time. In fact, it is for me as well. I just finished running basically a marathon to try and get the kids into jammies and from swimming and feed them a healthy meal. And I was like basically yelling at the kids down the stairs, get downstairs, before I even got to this call. So I really thank you guys for coming. We're gonna talk a little bit about challenge groups, and I gotta say I feel a little bit like a fraud because I've had a really rough go with my business in the last few months, but I have learned like a whole bunch. And the reason why I haven't been selling as much, or you don't see me on the board as much, is because I've been really working on a system this last few months, because I was hit hard there in August and September. Thanks, guys. It was because I sold so many challenge packs and got so many challengers and so many clients that by the time I hit like September and Diamond hit, I had no system. I didn't even know where to put them. Like, there's been so many people that I've brought in, that I've loved, that I've wanted to help, that have just gotten completely lost in the shuffle. So I'm gonna just, the last little bit, I've really been reaching out to a lot of different people. For those of you that don't know me, I basically am a single mom for 2 weeks at a time. My husband works away. And so I do everything around the house. So I don't have the leisure of, and I know there's lots of us out there but I don't have the leisure of working the business as much as I would like to. So I have to really set my time. So I've basically used challenge groups to be my little business. My challenge group is my business. I used to be fitness instructor. And so when I started this business, I was like, okay, well, I need to put my clients in a challenge group. And the first 3 people that I got were basically my friends. So I started like a little tiny 3-person challenge group, and there was like 4 of us in there. And that's basically how I started. The reason why I didn't put them in the big challenge groups was because they were really intimidated. They were like, I don't want to post my befores and afters amongst 300 people in challenge group. I don't know these people. So I basically took that and used it as my guide throughout my journey so far. It's been 10 months. So my challenge groups are very intimate. And I really work on my relationships with my challengers, and that's why I keep them really small. And I've made mistakes where I ran too many challenge groups at the same time, and I wasn't able to give a lot of personal attention to my challengers. So that's another fault I've made. That's another mistake I made, but I've learned from that. So as of now, going forward, I have a little system that I use. I have a challenge pack info pack. So it's basically an email. For those of you that are in the challenge groups and you see the challenge group instructions, I've basically taken those out of my challenge groups. I no longer have challenge group instructions. And every single person that goes into my challenge group, they all have to be drinking Shakeology. That's my rule now, because I'm just, how I want to guide my clients is basically through my journey. So all my content that is in my challenge group is through my journey. So I am someone who drinks Shakeology every day. So my challengers must drink Shakeology every day. So that's one thing that's really important. And so when someone buys a challenge pack through me, first of all, I develop the relationship with them, and I have a system that I'm not going to get into right now, but I have a system in my email that tracks every single new person that I've talked to, and it gives me, I have basically a list of everything that we've talked about, and I have dates that I have like a 2-day follow-up. So it'll, like in my email, it'll blink and say, so-and-so, I need to go follow up with them, and then I can go in and see what we've talked about. So I don't lose track of the people that I've talked to. So anyway, so we do that step first. And then when I sell them the challenge pack, I send them my challenge pack info pack to them, and it's in an email, and then I add them to my challenge group. And within the challenge pack info sheet, there's basic information, how to take your measurements, both the YouTube videos on how to take your measurements and your before and after pictures are in there. I give them exactly what my challenge group's going to look like. The one that I'm doing now is a 21-day one, and it's open to anybody. It's open to any program. And because I don't know if anyone's read the compound effect, but it takes 21 days to change a habit. So whether or not you're doing Body Beast, whether or not you're doing 21-day fix, whether or not you're doing size, 21 days is the key. So I've just basically opened it up to that. And so once I explain to them that's the time, I explain to them they have to do Shakeology. And I also explain to them that I do follow-ups every week. So I follow up with my clients once a week. Like I go in, I actually message them. Well, before I used to like get on my computer and send them huge messages, but I have found a really cool way in my email. I love my email. It's the best thing ever. And if you guys aren't using it, get on your email, guys. It's fantastic. So I use snippets on my Gmail, and I just send them a follow-up email. So after that, yeah, I do that, and I tell them, and I also within my info pack, I also tell them about the coach opportunity, and I say it straight up as soon as they buy their pack. I tell them exactly what they're going to get charged. I tell them, you can become a coach just to get the discount, I tell them everything straight up. It's pretty honest. It's straightforward. And if anybody wants a copy of that, I'm sharing everything. Like, you guys can have one, message me, and I'll send you a copy, and you guys can tweak it to your own. What else do I do? Let me just see. What else is next? After the challenge back, after the message. So what I do, what I've done is I've opened up an accountability group, and it's my own journey. I just really use it as my journal now. And so I have my challenge group and I have my accountability group. And I've asked all my coaches to open their own accountability groups so that they have a place to put people. So when someone's done the round, I message them after they're done their 21 days, I say, would you like to do another round? And if they say yes, then they remain in the challenge group. And if they say no, we're not allowed to quit, by the way. My challengers are not allowed to quit. I'm a hard ass. Like, no way. You're not allowed to stop working out. You're not allowed to stop. I'm not going to let you. But mind you, I'm supposed to touch on this. When they don't participate in my challenge group, I'm not offended, because I work really hard on my journey, and I work really hard to motivate my clients. And it's not, short of me going to their house and dragging them out of their bed or grabbing that cookie and throwing it on the floor, I only have certain, like, I don't have all the days in the world, like all the hours in the world to work this business. So I cannot be offended when somebody's like, I get this all the time too. People are like, why aren't they participating? What should I do? Well, you just move on. You can't change everybody. You just can't. So you just have to work with the ones that want to. And sometimes it's only one person. And for me right now, I really don't have a lot of people, but I'm putting all my effort into those people, because the challenge group is where you get your best coaches. So you really want to make the content of your challenge groups amazing. You want to go and you want to sit at your computer and you want to write, like, I actually take, like, I write stuff down. I write little snippets down on my phone, and I'm in my memo, and I'm like, oh, I need to talk about this in my challenge group, or I'll go into my computer and I'll be like scrolling through my news feed. Like, shit, I shouldn't be scrolling through my news feed. This is the worst thing for my business. So I'll open up my Word document and I'll just, write stuff in there. It's like my diary. So I really do treat my challenge groups sort of like my journey diary. And I advise, if you guys aren't already doing that, I'm sure you are. Like Trevor and Cashley's Upgrade Your Life group was fantastic. It was over the moon for me. I was so impressed with the content in that. And that's the way that our challenge group should be. Like, it totally. It's so, you have to keep it really personal. You're right, Cashley. Like, it's when I taught aerobics, I had people that would come to me because I made them feel wanted, and I made them feel like it was okay. It's okay to come in your t-shirt and be 20 pounds overweight and feel yucky about yourself, because in this group, we accept you for who you are. So that's really how I ran my groups. And that's how I treat my clients. They're not numbers to me. They're not dollar bills to me. They're people. And once I really start caring about my people, really, really, really taking the time for them, they're going to want to do the same for other people. So that's where you get your best team members, is within your challenge groups. So for me, that's how I've really run my business, and I'm going to continue to run my business that way. So anyways, I do random challenges in my challenge group. I give out prizes, and I buy weighted skipping ropes and stuff that the challengers don't really want. They're like, you're giving me fitness equipment. I don't want fitness equipment. I want a Lululemon gift card. And I'm like, I don't give out Lululemon gift cards. I'm cheap. I go to Winners and buy the $5 skipping ropes because I give everybody a prize. I don't just give one person a prize. I give everybody a prize. And like you just gotta be creative, really. And another really big point that I need to touch on is also be creative and be willing to change. So if there's one thing that you don't like if there's something that isn't working and nobody's being active, like for some reason I cannot get a bod group to be interactive for the life of me. I have tried for 6 months and it's brutal. So I've just sort of said, I'm not doing a bod group anymore. I'm doing what works for me. So I don't know what point we're on, 90, 95, 0.95. Find your strength. Find your personal strength and put it in your challenge groups. If you're really good at if you're super awesome at coming up with recipes, have a recipe challenge group and make them buy Shakeology to get into your challenge group. And be like, look, I'm really awesome at recipes. I'm really good at cooking. This is my challenge group. And throw in some push-ups every second day or something. I don't know. If you're really good at, if you're really good at marketing and you're really good at being creative, do that. Just find something that your strength and run with it. It's totally okay. If it's not what the other person is doing, it's okay. I'm not as guided as maybe I should be, and I'm a slow business builder, and I know it makes Trevor crazy. I'm sure it makes him crazy, but I'm getting there, and I'm learning, and I'm willing to change. So by the time we get, in 6 months, this girl's got a plan, and I'm working with my challenge groups, and I promise you it will work. You guys are sweet. Anyways, I'm my biggest point. Oh, hang on. Yeah, my biggest point. We could talk about this all day. Is personal attention, and my biggest mistake was not giving enough personal attention. I could be building a relationship on social media with somebody for, 3 hours after the kids have gone to bed. And I sell them the next morning they buy the challenge pack. And I'm like, super awesome. Great. Okay. So I wait for, the 5-10 days. I tell them to tell me when their challenge pack comes, and then they add them to the challenge group. And they don't even know what they're doing. And I don't even really know what they're doing. I can't see them open their package and be like, I have questions. For me, this business has been really difficult because I'm so used to doing hands-on stuff. I'm so used to being so hands-on that having to communicate with somebody through the computer and help them with their health and fitness has been a challenge. So I really need to slow down, and I need to make my success club, but I need to make it quality over quantity. So that I can manage it, because if I can't manage my challengers, what am I doing? I'm just making a whole bunch of numbers. So that's my perspective on it. And I want my system to be duplicatable. I want to be able to show my coaches my system, and it needs to be simple so that I can be like, this is what I do. Here's my stuff. This is how you do it. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, done. And they can share it with them. And they don't have to use it, but at least they have a system. So that's how I do my challenge groups. I guess, what else am I supposed to touch on here, guys? Help me out. Yeah, that's basically all I wrote down to touch on. Now, if there's any questions, Fire him at me. Give her. Any questions? Listen to me. I sound like a redneck. I can't unmute anybody. So raise your hand, unless it's going to have to be the control.
Yeah, I can unmute people. All right, Tesla. I'll come unmute you. Da, 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 da.
Am I good?
Yeah.
Hello? Okay. So one of the questions that I had was, what is the most important tool or skill in becoming a successful coach in your eyes or your opinion?
The most important skill?
Or tool?
Consistency.
Consistency.
In everything you do. So consistency in your own journey, consistency in personal attention, consistency in your tasks every day. I've learned to set hours. I've learned to set a timer on my phone. So, for example, I have a list. So if I'm in the middle of a conversation with somebody on Messenger and my timer goes off and I've only set it for 10 minutes for messages for that day, I stop mid-conversation. And I do that every time. I do that every time now. I used to just, because I wanted to be able to give them the attention, but I've been consistent in setting my time aside, which is really, really important when you start getting busy with your life, and when you have challenges that come at you in life and you're supposed to keep working your business and working your life at the same time. That's consistency's number one for me. It's a challenge too, so I have to keep working on it.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else?
There were a couple of emails questions in the chat. So Trevor, sorry, I'm going to go over the first question I saw in the chat was, what is the response that people give you when you say they have to have Shakeology to join your challenge group?
What is the reaction?
Yeah.
Well, it's either yes or no. If they say no, then I say why, and then they tell me, and then I basically go through I basically try to prove them wrong. And if they say yes, then that's good. But if they hang on 1 second.
I guess she's gone to tie up her kid.
Sorry, my husband's not here. It's just me and the kids. So if they say no, then I basically say, well, that's why having an accountability group is really important, because you can get them signed up as a client under you, and you can help them with their accountability if they're doing a workout. I've had some problems with that part of it, but in terms of like someone just wanting you to be there for them 24/7, so I probably wouldn't recommend that. That's something I've learned not to do. But I'm not gonna allow somebody to come into my group without drinking Shakeology anymore, because that's what works for me. And everybody that has been successful in my group has been drinking Shakeology. That's how they've been successful. So I have to draw a line. That's how it is. Yeah.
Okay, Trevor, I'll unmute you so that we can go over your question for Jasta.
Oh, no. You have a question for me?
My question. how do you deal with it when it seems like everybody else on the team seems to be getting all these Success Club points and everybody's recruiting all these coaches and rank advancing, and you feel like your business is at a standstill and you just want to punch everybody in the face for doing so well? How do you handle that in your mind to not get down on yourself?
Well, I got to be honest with you. I've only felt very down on myself once, and it hasn't really been as bad as I've been before in my life. So I guess you could say that I try to be very thankful. But I had a wake-up call. There's a lot of personal development out there, and the one thing that I can say is that I'm here for a reason. I made it to this point in my life for a reason. I need to own that. I need to not compare myself to anybody because I did this on my own, with the support of my coach when I needed him. But I'm here because I worked my ass off. And I have people who are working their asses off. And I fluff my feathers and I walk into a room with confidence. And I learn, I stay vulnerable where I need to be so that people trust me, because they need to trust me. They need to know that that I'm not always perfect, and it's okay, because this is a journey, and we're coaches because we all started somewhere. We're here because of the same reason that we're trying to get somebody else to start. So being humble and not comparing yourself, because my life is different than your life, Trevor and Kashley. My life is different than yours, Julianne, than yours, Lee. Like, we are all different. So that's why consistency, a system, and confidence is like number one. So that's how I did it. I'm an eagle.
Perfect. All right, I'm loving this call tonight. So we had another quick question. Just throw out some ideas that you've used maybe about mini challenges within your challenge group. So when you're giving out your prizes. Yeah, Nika, that's your question. Sit back down. So when you're giving out your prizes, Nika said that she has a hard time coming up with mini challenges within her challenge group.
Oh, girl, did you go on Google? Pinterest? I do really hard ones. Ask for a leave. I don't know, where is she? Is she even there? Remember the squat challenge, the 5-day squat challenge? I was like, okay guys, we're gonna do 20 squats. And then the next day was 40 squats. Then the next day was 60 squats. And then the last day was 100 squats. And I had everybody totally dropped out. Like, there was one person. But you know what I do when I do those challenges? I do the challenge, and I do it every day, and I video it. Even if nobody is competing, I do it. I do my challenge. And it's stupid. It might sound stupid to you guys, but you gotta lead. You gotta lead by example. That's the key. You gotta see, this is totally doable. You can do it. Look at me. I got my kid on my lap. You know what? You just gotta lead by example. So, so I'll do things like, I'll do a push-up challenge. I'll do a squat challenge. I did a burpee challenge. Oh my God, the burpee challenge was so much fun. People hated me, but it was simple, super simple little mini challenges. What else could you do? Come up with something that you want to do. Maybe you want to do You want to be able to do like 6 push-ups by the end of the week. Get everybody on board with you doing 6 push-ups by the end of the week.
I'm going to throw out one that we've done. One that I've done in my group too, that worked pretty well because we were lacking in some participation. And so we had a power week. So for 5 days we did power week, and every post that we put up looking for people's feedback or comments, they got an entry into a draw. And every sweaty selfie they put up for a workout they completed, they got an entry into a draw. And it was just last month that we did that in my challenge group, and the draw was for a Movember scarf, so it was kind of like a November-y thing. And anyway, so it got the participation going, and we didn't lose one person from that challenge group rolling over into December. So like, you kind of just have to be creative with things and have a challenge that supports your goal. I mean, if whatever it is that you're going for, whatever it is that you need to pump up in your group, have a challenge that kind of caters to that. Mm-hmm. Worked for us.
There's another really good one I learned actually from a guy on the plane to Summit. He plays tag in his challenge groups, and it just gets people actually telling each other good things about each other in the challenge groups. So I've tried them, and some of my challenges are just like, I don't know what, but the last 2 months it's been like, hey, we're gonna try playing tag again. Okay, I'll tag you. And I get like 3 people, and they're like, so this is my point. I'll tell you the tag thing, but my point is just keep doing it. Just be consistent. Even if you don't get like any response, just keep doing it. You're doing it for a reason. Be consistent. Be yourself, and just know that it will work at some point. So we play tag. So I'll start out by saying, Oralee is, want to tag Oralee today because she's doing so well with her pile workouts, and I'm so impressed. She's planking and she's posting her sweaties, and we're just so blessed to have her in the group. And so I've tagged Oralee. So then Oralee's got to go, and she's got to tag somebody else in the group, and just so on. And it just develops a good morale. And I just keep trying. And sometimes I'm the one tagging everybody and telling everybody that they're awesome, but I'm the coach, so. Yeah, that's a good one too. Maybe finding out from the challengers what they struggle with. I did that. I've been doing that today. That's why my accountability group is good. I get super real in there. Like I tell people my weaknesses, and it's my journey. It's a journey for me. So it's a comfortable place for anybody. Yeah. Good idea. Anything else? Leslie, Cashley, Trevor, do you guys have anything to say about your challenge group?
I'm going to touch on a bod group a little bit, because that is mostly what I've been running with Sarah Chubbuck since we started coaching. And we've had quite a bit of success with our bod groups. So what we did, and I know we talked about not allowing people into your groups, like Jasta doesn't let people into her group if they don't have Shakeology. So we don't let people into the group if they're not signed up for Beachbody On Demand, because we want everybody to be working with the same programs, everybody kind of getting the same message from the trainers, and working those 30 minutes. Because if somebody decides they're going to go to the gym for 2 hours and they start using an excuse that they don't have time, well, no, you probably don't have time to work out at a gym for 2 hours. But if you were on Beachbody On Demand, you would have 7 minutes for a 7-minute trainer video, or you would have the half hour for a full insanity program, right? So what we started doing, and it might not be for everybody, and like Jasta said, do what works for you. But what worked for us to form kind of our workout family that we have going now, we have like a pretty solid bod group that follows us from month to month, and they're all friends on each other's Facebook now. But we we kind of put it out there. Hey guys, here's your final notice. Oh, Xander's awake. Here's your final notice to sign up. And if they don't, depending on our conversations, Mom, you can bring him over here. Depending on how our conversations went with them, we would either kick them out of the group or we would let them stay and experience it. Just depending on the individual person. Xander. Hi, buddy. But that's just what we did. So but what Jasta said, stick to what works for you, because everybody's different and you're going to attract different clients. So if it doesn't work for you, don't be offended, because somebody else will be right on board with everything you're doing. Yes, we are just about out of time. We've got 2 minutes to piece out of here. So that was an awesome call. Did everybody like that whole open forum question thing? Definitely. I thought it was good. It was good to hear your questions and concerns and get some questions answered right here while we're all present. So we'll try that again, I think. And get back to Team Hit. Get back to our Una Sagon.
Can I just touch on
what?
One more thing. Sorry. Can I just touch on one thing quickly? Yeah. Tesla, you asked if you recruit first, or if you focus on recruiting first or challengers first. Your best, that's what I touched on before, your best coaches are your challengers. So work on on selling challenge packs, like the combination, and getting them signed up as a coach immediately. As soon as you sell that challenge pack, you should sign them up as a coach at the same time to get the discount. That's all I wanted to say. And now off to Trevor and Cashley if you guys have something to say.
I'll unmute them. Wait, buddy, where did they go? Oh, unmuted.
Awesome. Okay. Yes, Josh, I wanted to say what you touched on was perfect. Your challengers are the best coaches that you can recruit, because it's hard to ask someone to join your business, just walk up to them on the street like a stranger and just tap them on the shoulder and be like, hey, you want to be a coach? But people that are in your challenge groups, they know you. They probably know a personal side of you. You've talked to them. You've helped them on a journey. They probably have some sort of a connection with you and the other people. They've seen how possible it is for them to lose weight and inspire others to do it already. And they're probably posting things on their page already. They're probably posting stuff about healthy eating or working out. So it's just an easier transition. So absolutely, to Tesla and exactly what Jasta just said, that is the best place to do it. For challenge groups, I think just quickly, I know that we are almost out of time. Well, we are out of time, but just do what works. Like Jasta was saying, she does it a different way. She has people, the mandatory thing for her is being on Shakeology. And for Leslie and Sarah, they have people, they have to be on Beachbody On Demand. Trevor and I, we do mostly Beachbody On Demand, and people have to be on Beachbody On Demand. I saw Melanie say, do you add them to the group anymore? That's up to you. This is your business. That's your call. If you want to add everyone into a group and then try to give them an incentive to sign up for BOD afterward, maybe try it that way. Or maybe try it that they have to sign up for BOD first. There's no right or wrong way to do it. Just play with it, because we're all unique and we're all going to attract different types of clients that are going to want different things. So, but the one thing that you have to remember is, even though this business changes lives and what we do is very wonderful for people, this is not a charity. So you can't just run groups and not have people on BOD and not on Shakeology and not buying a program and not on any of the performance line. Their results aren't going to be there. They're not going to get the full aspect of the program, and you have to be confident in your services. You're a professional, and what you're offering people is amazing. So never be afraid of like, oh, well, what if they don't want to be on Shakeology in my group? That's your call. And so you just be confident with that. Right?
Right.
I wanted to thank everyone for coming out. This is the second last call we're going to have before Christmas. We're going to have a bit of a break. So we'll be back in not next Thursday, but the Thursday after. And that will be the last call before Christmas. Topic to be determined. And
fantastic call, Jasta.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wowzers. Unbelievable.
Jasta, I laughed at you about a gazillion times because you're so funny when you're talking. It's, yeah.
Please let everybody get into Team Hit and let Jasta know that you appreciated her time. And thank you, everybody, for coming out tonight. And
Thanks, you guys.
we will see you all soon.
Bye, guys.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.